All right, we are under the groove where we see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Get Down tonight. This is touching bases with the people. And as usual, we tap in with the people. We touch bases, man. We have no set content. Our Get Down is purely organic. When we speak, man, we speak truth to power. We speak the issues that affect us on a daily and, those sorts of things. Before we get started, I'd like to shout out and send our love to those who are experiencing loss. To those who are going through a lot of this trauma, man. As blacks, we're all experiencing trauma, I have to say, and in some instances loss. But more so as blacks, we're witnessing, and you guys have to agree to this, man. We're witnessing young brothers. I don't know how else to put it, man. These youngs, man, they see things a certain way in a certain light, man, and that doesn't necessarily mean that's the way it really is, because I think that a lot of them are too young to really understand what life is and how to go about living it, man. They, ain't been through much. All they know is the shit that, we, in a lot of ways, are put into their heads. We've gotten them to think this way. But, man, listen, um, man, ain't nobody winning, bro. Ain't nobody winning. This shit that we're seeing, that we're going through, we're experiencing, man, as a community, as black people, man. There's no winners in this. Trust me. It's all losses. It's all losses, man. Understand that, man. And if you don't, I'll try to break it down for you. So say, for instance, something takes place, something occurs, and there's a life lost. Okay. Chances are the individual that took that life is gonna get caught. That's the reality, man. And I'm speaking from facts. I'm speaking from experience. You don't get away with it. So there are two lives in the balance. One that's lost, what I mean, he's gone. And then there's the individual that took that life. Once you're caught, trust and know this, man. There's no coming back, man. The way the laws are written nowadays, you won't see daylight, man, till at least 60. And if you're 20 years old, do the math. Do the math, man. And doing 40 years is on the low end. But I say that to say this, man. You have lost as well. You'll be sitting up in these stoops, man. And for the most part, man, while you're there, people are going to fall off. People are going to die. People are going to grow and move on while you'll still be sitting there stagnant. It might take some of y'all 20 years, 30 years to understand the error in your ways. But when it hits you, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. That's just the truth. And again, I'm speaking from experience, man. I'm not speaking from no other source or influence. I'm telling you what it is because I went through it. There are no winners, bro. There are no winners. When I thought I was putting notches on my get down, man, nah. All I was doing was making reservations, man, to be sitting up in somebody's penitentiary for decades. Went in, a young man, came out old, you know? Might not be able to tell, but that's the truth, man. And not only that, but there are so many brothers and sisters who can attest to what I'm saying. So when you young brothers out there, man, doing what you do, thinking that you putting this thing down, man, that you representing, and you giving your set, credence, recognition, honor, no, man, what you're doing is ruining your life as a result of ruining someone else's life. There's no comeback from that, man. Trust me, you do not win. When you sit in that cell, in that county jail first, after a couple of days, that's when it's going to set in, man, the reality, And when these fake lawyers come and tell you, oh, yeah, man, we're going to do this, da, da, da. But when you get to that trial or when they offer you a deal and you take it, it ain't going to be nothing it's not going to be what you would expect, considering still you think you done something. Man, only thing you about to do is some time, bro, some serious time. And I mean, man, to the effect where 4 decades is on the low end. The way they handing out time now, man, there's no get back, man. You brothers going in there 20 years old, 22 years old, you're coming out 60, 70 years old. They're going to make sure of that, man. So I say, again, there are no winners. and irrespective of what you young dudes are thinking or what cats are telling you to think, in order to get you guys to do the shit you do, there are no winners, man. Nobody wins. Nobody wins, man. You know, that's two lives lost, or depending on whatever the number or the case may be. The fact of the matter is, your life is also in the balance. You don't escape, man. You do not escape retribution. You do not escape, man, um, a judgment. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term. The fact of the matter is, you will be caught up. Just that's just the way it is, man. And it's sad, a lot of you brothers, you don't see it. It's right in your face, man. Every street you go up, there's a ring camera. Every store corner, there's either a camera right there at the light, or in any business. Any business. There's no getting away. They could trail your car from that point to the end point, bro. They could, from the beginning, they would go, man, you cannot win. So I'm saying all that to say, man, you brothers really want to win. You want to really be competitive with one another about something, man. Um, Try this out for size, man. See who can start the better business, you know, and uplift their community, man, to such a point where their community, man, has something to show for. You brothers is putting in this work for these streets. And I ain't got to say no names. We know what it is, man. But don't nobody run these streets. Don't own them. You know, I don't care where y'all go, man, or what set you go to. Everybody's doing the same thing, hanging out, man, at strip malls or liquor stores. You know, don't nobody have a home you do where people allow you to just come on and chill. Da, da, da. None of that, man, really exists, man. So all this is for naught. It's all for naught, man. Again, man, our condolences, man, to anybody who's lost their life in the last week or so, last 2 weeks, last 3 weeks, man. Um, it makes no sense, y'all. It just doesn't make any sense at all for young brothers, man, to be out here getting down like this, when I'm telling you, man, there's greater shit coming down the pipes at you, and it ain't got nothing to do with the individual that look like you, or the individual that's saying he's from a different street than you. Trust me, it's coming. And I've been trying to push this, man, before the summer started. I've been saying, hey, man, this is the get down. Summer coming. We got people, man, behind the scenes, man, and this is how they working. They're working, man, to get shit up and running. You know, there's a lot of culpability or fault to pass around. Again, I'll be the first to say, man, I have a lot to do in terms of the mindset, in terms of what dudes, my past history has a lot to do with this. I was that guy. I was one of those guys, man. And that's why I say, man, it ain't gonna pan out, bro. In spite of what I did, man, it didn't take me a long time to realize, man, what the fuck did I do? I had made the wrong choice. I'm telling you, brothers, man, don't wait till you get in this situation that some of you gonna find yourself in a matter of time, to realize, man, wait a minute, man, this ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, man. You young brothers are soldiering against the wrong people, man. You're soldiering against yourselves, man. You guys aren't soldiering against the system. And the system is really the culprit. The system is really the enemy, and in most cases, but for some of us, the enemy is ourselves, man. It's the way we think. It's what we allow in our brains, man, from others. You young dudes, man, you're wasting your lives. In the process of taking a life, you forfeited your own. Trust me. Trust me, man. Your life is forfeit, bro. Trust me. We started our get down, man, when we started, I left the streets in the early 90s. I didn't come home to shit, man, way up, to shit 2016, bro. And that's because, man, I think I realized, man, I had messed up. So I began to work to get myself out of prison. Next year is my release date. I got out 10 years early, y'all. That's only because I changed my way of thinking, man. I changed my life. Now, don't get it wrong. I love my tribe, as we should, We should love our community, but understand what community is, man. It's not necessarily the geographical location you find yourself standing on and hanging out at. That's not the community, man. The community is the brothers and sisters that's in there, or there with you, you know? And if you love your community, then you're going to protect your community. You're going to look out for, you're going to make sure your community does well, does good, does right by itself, because there are a lot of people depending on that, from each and every one of us. We have an obligation, man, to do what's right. I heard a brother this morning, and again, beating the dead horse. I don't listen to many podcasts, but I have to tip my hat to the brother, man. Compton Rick Rock. He put something out there, say, hey, man, this shit makes no sense. Now, he's one of many. We've all been saying this. Some of us. This is nothing new, man. To especially those who watch this channel, man, this platform. Been saying it. Been saying it, man. Ain't nothing wrong with men saying, okay, man, look, I'm gonna let you live because I want to live. And like I said, man, living, man, you can look at it in two respects, man. You can live in a human form, just naturally, physically on this earth, you know what I mean? Or you can live in prison for the rest of your life, man. I'm telling you, that's a cold way to live, bro. That's a cold way to live. Those who have gone already, actually, they the lucky bastards, man. They lucky. Because to have to live the rest of your life in prison, that's a torture, man. That's hell. You've made it. You've made it to hell, man. Ask somebody. Ask one of them G dudes, man, that you might want to, sit down, have a drink with, smoke a blunt with. Ask them what hell is. You want to go there? All right. Keep making these reservations, man. You'll get there. They got a bed for you. And as you sit there, man, everybody you profess to love, they're going to either die while you're gone, or they're going to fall off. They're going to grow. They're going to leave you behind, man. You'll find yourself in there bitter, depressed, a whole lot of other shit, man. You'll find yourself in the pill line because you can't take it no more. Now you triple CMS. It's a whole lot to this shit, man. You young brothers got to get the big picture, man. You got to get the big picture. There's no win in this situation. I don't care what you think, man. And if you don't believe me, watch. You'll wake up in a week from now. Guess where you're going to wake up at? If you don't fully crash out, guess where you're going to wake up at? And that's when hell begins, man. And you're going to wish you wasn't there. I don't care how many of your homies there. I don't care, man. And I'm talking to everybody. I'm not talking to one set, two sets. I'm talking to all of them. Crip, blood, Hoover, whatever. It doesn't matter, man. I'm speaking to all you guys, man. There is no win. Nobody wins. Nobody wins, man. Facts. Facts, man. I did not want to come and even have this discussion, man, but I've been watching, and that's typically what we do at Under the Groove. We sit back and we look, we take in what everybody is saying. Not only that, we got our ear to the streets, you know what I'm saying? We're part of the communities, not one in particular, but all of them, man, believe it or not, we deal with some of everybody, man, because there's love and respect, man, from this end to that, from that end to this. Listen, man, this is not a good look, y'all. It's not a good look. And I'm telling you another thing, man. All this shit in last week. Now, you had the lady, the mayor come out there. Again, I told you guys the other night, man, and I mean this, man, and you should get a bar of understanding, overstanding, so you know exactly what's going to happen, what's about to occur. The guy that called himself the president, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Whatever rights you think you got because you're a young black dude, none of that's going to matter. If you look the part, he's coming. You're not going to be able to drive up the street or hang out on the street. None of that is going to be acceptable anymore. You guys grooving, running around here, man, rolling, grooving, whatever y'all do, moving, man, people are watching you. Some of you cats getting caught as soon as you do shit. They watching. It's a lose-lose, man. It's a lose-lose, man. You brothers got to have better ambitions, man. You got to have better goals than this, man, than just throw your lives away, man, for some shit, again, that none of us own. None of us own. Like I said, man, I can see if this was a corporate takeover and the execs were thinking, okay, man, we got to get rid of them because they're trying to take our own, they're squatting in our property. We got 5 homes and they done came over here and squatted in all 5 of them and they won't go. So, to that extent, I kind of understand it. But we don't own that type of get down. We not own that type of get down. You brothers is getting down for nothing. You're forfeiting your life for nothing. You're making reservations for nothing. You know, shit, man. You want to know what prison like? Shit, watch some TV, man. You know, check out some of these platforms, man, that give you, straight up and down on that stuff, man. That should be as far as you want to go when you're talking about prison. All right, this shit, man, is hey, man. Violence begets violence, y'all. You know, death begets death. Straight up, man. And the cold part about it again, man, nobody wins. Nobody's gonna win, man. You sitting down, you hoo-haring, you celebrating what? That your ass about to be locked up for the rest of your life? How's that a celebration? How do you know? Come on, man. But like I said, I get it. I get it. But I didn't get what you get now. Advice, advisement. A lot of us didn't get this. A lot of our older dudes were locked up. You guys out here just buck wild, man. And you got older dudes. I don't know if you're listening, or I don't know if the older dudes are speaking to you. I've said this before, to the G's, the originals, man. Who, let's be real, man. Let's be reasonable as well as real. We helped create this phenomenon, man, this thing, man. And this is the most unnatural thing. It's unnatural, man. We killing off each other or trying to. Ain't nobody else got to do it. They sit back and let us do it, man. And we quick to impress others. That's another problem. You doing some stuff, man. Most cats ain't got, smart enough not to do. But they get you young cats, and got you young cats thinking, man, you go do this, you'll get out, man. No, you won't. Them days been long gone, man. Back in the 70s, that was okay. Go to YA for a couple of years, man, boom, let you right out. Them days are over, man. Nowadays, you get caught up in some shit like this, you won't see the light of day. Again, welcome to hell, because that's where you'll be. You're going to start to really experiencing what love is, man, and loyalty. It sounds good right now. I give you a couple of years up in there, man, before people start falling off. Before you can't even call collect. I mean, nowadays, you ain't got to call collect. They got the system hooked up. You just call somebody. I give you a couple of years before they stop taking them calls, man. I don't hear that shit. They ain't got a dime for you, man. They ain't going to send you no package. They ain't going to write you a letter. Real spit, man. Stop wasting your lives, man. There's too much going on for you brothers, man, to be out here just throwing your lives away, making reservations to sit up in hell, man. He got these damn cell phones, man. These are fucking tools. And not the way y'all use them. You got the world in your hand, man. I just heard a brother say this the other night, man. These, man, give you the world, puts the world in the palm of your hand, man. That's all you need, man, to get over, man. To come up. To come up. I mean, come up. Get your paper, man. Get your paper right. Get it right legally. But we're not utilizing that. We use this, man, to go see who shot who, lately. To go, check out who fighting who, who at each other's neck, man. And it's all us. Everything we go view, it only deals with us. It don't deal with nobody else. Us battling or going against somebody else because they trying to do something to us. It's us doing it to each other. This shit is, hey, man, you brothers better wake up, man. Better wake up now while you can. Wake up freely, man, before you wake up, man, incarcerated. Wake up, man, where you can't get no get back. That's how real this shit is, man. If you brothers ain't catching that, man, I'm telling you what's in store for you, what will be waiting for you. A prison full of men, man. A A prison full of other men ain't going nowhere. The majority of them got life without. Some gonna get the death penalty. And we don't wish that on nobody, man. To have to go through that. That's gonna age you overnight. You know, young brothers better wake up, man. While you can. Yeah, real stuff, y'all. So Michelle Hall sending condolences to those who are experiencing loss during these times. And I heard somebody say, or I read where it was said, "Oh, this is nothing new." Yeah, this shit is old, man. This shit is old, man. It's trite, man. This shit is worn out, bro. Ain't nobody look again, man. Tell me how much money you get. Tell me how taking another life has bettered your life or those you love, your family. Tell me how it's helped you to set up, man, something legitimate, man. Just, for real. Again, make it make sense, man. Make it make sense, man. If you young brothers are just doing this just because, man, that's a waste of your life, man. It's a waste of your thought processes, man. A waste of your time, man. Not only that, man, your time's gonna get taken from you. It's not gonna belong to you anymore. You have an opportunity to be out here, man, getting it. That's how you did. I mean, we used to have a thing back in the day. How we used to bang on mugs, man. You know, not just how much money we had, but shit, the house we had, the car we had, your fits. You know what I mean? It was a competitive thing. And then some brothers moved on. Okay, I'm gonna get a business. We are so and so got him a tire and rim shop. Man, it's doing good. Everybody goes, what? Go get me a business now. You know. I mean, and that's some peaceful competition. Not only is it a peaceful competition, it's a thing, man, where you're being inspired, man, to improve your life, through business, man, through other avenues, man, through other aspects of living, man. You're not stuck on stupid. This shit now is stupid. It's just straight up, homie. Ain't nothing else to call it. I say, you dudes don't run nothing on any set. Any set. Police come, you run. Black man come, you charge. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Y'all ain't running nothing, man. You ain't running nothing. Most of y'all, man, like I say, man, got the game twisted, man. Tighten your hand, man. It's great to grow, man. Ain't nothing wrong about growing. Psychologically, man, as well as physically, man, spiritually. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Stop thinking that it is. Stop letting people tell you that, man, this is what you got to do to be that guy. Oh, man, it's crap, man. They're about to send you to hell, man. They're trying to send you to hell. They trying to send you somewhere they don't want to go. Any cat that even get in your ear like that, man, try to be in your head like that, man. Ask them why you ain't there. Why you talking to me about it? Just keep it 100, man. Just keep it 100. Real ones, man. Let me tell you about the real ones, man. There are three categories of the real ones. The first two is this. Them real dudes, man, that was with this, they dead in prison, home. Straight up. Straight up, man. They dead or in prison. And then that third category, they out the way. They out the way. They know the consequences, man. The sad is that, they so much out the way, they ain't got time to go tell you, hey, man, here the consequences, homie. Get out the way. Because ain't but two things going to happen, man. You're going to die. You're going to go to prison for the rest of your life, especially in these times. In these times, that's all it is. There are no slaps on the wrist anymore, man. Don't care, man. You could be 17, man, 16. You'll stretch your ass out. That's where you'll be. No kids. You'll sit in prison, watch your family die off. Move on. Regret that you done some shit, man, and treat you some kind of way. I'm talking from experience, man. I'm talking from experience, man. Anybody in the right mind, man, to understand what I'm saying, need to be saying the same thing to you, young brothers and sisters, man, who think that this is the way to go. Make some different reservations, y'all. Make some different reservations, y'all. Because like I said, man, death begets death, man. Violence begets violence. We want to avoid that, man. We should all want to avoid that at all costs, man. You know, people, man, that got some say, they need to start hollering, man. Start saying it, man. Start hollering at these kids, man, who think that this is the life, man. This is the way to live. It's not. Man, power to the people, man. And power to the chat, man. I appreciate everybody coming to this get down today, man. And I started off saying what I started off saying, man. That's the conversation. I think this is a conversation we need to have, man, and we need to have this conversation, man, as much as possible. Because, like, hey, man, truth of the matter is, this shit just getting started, man. We want to try to avoid this shit, man. We try to cut it off at the path, man. You know, let's do that. Let's see if we can save some brothers and sisters. Let's see if we can save some innocent people, man. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know, I've heard it said, oh, if he was over there, he da, 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 da. Man, that man could have grew up. This is a community, you know. And others, it's understood that some of us should understand the circumstances or the consequences of, let's say, affiliations, you know, of knowing people, growing up with people, but not being a part of what those people are about. You know what I mean? Yet there are consequences. You know, there are certain consequences, man, and circumstances that can get you caught up. Those are facts. Now, that being said, those who don't have nothing to do with nothing, man, come on, man. There's nowhere in the world, man, that they should be suffering, that they should be, you know, lose their lives, man, behind some shit, man, that they, you know, don't participate in. You know? Now, I know cats from all kind of different sets, you know. That shouldn't mean I should have to suffer. You know what I mean? That I should be killed because I know somebody from somewhere else. You know, come on, man. This shit is out of hand. It's out of hand. It makes no sense, y'all. Just straight up, man. Straight up, man. You've got brothers and sisters, man. Take this into account, man. For all you dudes who want to be out here, man, want to be that figure, them dudes. If you got brothers and sisters, think about, man, who they hang with, where they go, where they chill. All right? Just give that some consideration, man. You know, your mama, your daddy, who they know, who they, you know, have an affinity and love and respect for, they might want to go see one day. You dudes, man, y'all not thinking, man. Like I say, man, the easiest thing for a lot of us to do is just fuck up, not excuse my language, man, but to just do some stuff, man, and not think about the consequences. Not think about the circumstances, man, you know, other people, for instance. You never know. You never know. I would advise don't be that person, man, to come to find out you done something to your own because you thinking you was doing something to somebody else, which is kind of odd, man, because really you're doing something to your own. You know what I mean? Just get off that, man. Let's get off that. So, like I said, man, you know, this get down is what this get down is about, man. We touching bases with the people, man, because the power is in the people, man, to have these discussions. Not only that, man, to push these discussions forward, man, to reach out to people, man. We got to start hollering, man. We're not doing enough. We're not doing enough. We are not doing enough. You see on social media, all you see is what's been going on. One cat, Compton Rick Rock. I have to tip like, hey man, I'm giving his medals. One cat say, hey man, none of this makes any sense anymore. Enough is enough. Everybody else, they gonna give you the grits, the tea. They gonna serve you the tea. But they not saying, hey man, wait a minute, man, this is some messed up stuff. Wait a minute. Come on, man. Under the groove, man, we say, hey man, we got to start. Hey man, we got to get in this shit because I said it and I say it again. We are at war. And I don't mean it like, what's going on right now. That ain't the war, man. We are at war, man, with our own. It's that serious, man. It's that serious. And the coldest part about all this, man, you got others just watching this, man. And I'm gonna tell you how this game go. The shit could get so out of hand that others can so-called slide through and do some shit, and immediately we're gonna think another black did it. Only thing that might be the saving grace to keep us tripping on one another is the cameras. They can be fooled, but I don't advise that you try to fool them. I advise, man, that you guys, man, fall back, man. Fall back. You don't have to go and hang out with cats, man. You don't have to break bread with them. You don't have to get high with them, drink, party with them, or anything. All you guys got to really want to do, man, is live and understand why you want to live, man. If you want to live for the set, your lifespan's going to be short. It ain't going to last long. It ain't going to last long. Ain't going to be no medals, homie. You're not getting no medals, man, because I'm going to tell you, man, they ain't going to be worth the damn where you're going to end up. You're going to end up in the spot where cats got more medals than you, and I'm telling you, none of them going to make a difference. None of it's going to make sense. To be a regular Joe on a shelf. We got to get this shit together, man. Got to get this shit together, man. Power's in the people, y'all. And we got the power, man, to get this shit right, man. But again, this is the struggle. This is the worthwhile get down, man, that a lot of us need to be in. This is the hard part. This is the hard part. The easiest shit for us to do, man, is turn a blind eye and say, I mean, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Fuck that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. That's some easy shit, man. But if you know this shit wrong, you know it, man. I don't care where you from. Care how old you are. It's going to be hard, man, to get this shit right, man. We've been doing this shit a long time. And like I say, it's old. Ain't nothing new about what's going on. Ain't nothing new about it, man. There's some old shit. It just goes on and on and on. Crazy part, man. Look, we are in Los Angeles. I think we may be 13%, 9 to 13% of the population. Go back 10 years and look at the difference. Go back 10 years and look at how many brothers have died, as well as how many brothers have been incarcerated a decade ago. Look at the statistics in terms of how many black bodies were on the streets out here, living out here. Drastic change, man. Drastic in terms of number decrease, a drastic decrease in our population. And ain't nobody else doing this to us but us. Ain't nobody doing this shit to us but us. And we wonder why the Mexicans got everything. Because we making room for them. We're making room for them. We're not just them, but anybody else other than us. We're making room for them. We're giving them passes. And another black man and woman, you don't give passes to. You don't make room for. You don't make sure that they can come live over here and, do what they need to do, man, to uplift themselves and their families, man. We're going to give them passes. Blacks, whole different story. Whole different story, man. It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. It's ugly. Just hate ourselves, man. We hate ourselves to the point of extent where we want to kill each other off. That's some sad shit, man. Some sad shit. All right. We in this Get Out, man. This is Under the Groove podcast, man, where we see no evil, we speak no evil, we hear no evil, man. This thing, man, like I said, it's organic, man. This conversation, for those who are in the chat, man, it's just a natural, get out, man. Speak what's on your mind. Let's have this conversation, man. Let's have this conversation. let's try to speak to solutions. You know, let's try to speak to ceasefires, man, peace, or whatever the case may be. Whatever needs to be spoken about in terms of saving our young brothers and sisters, man, that's the conversation, or that is the conversation we should be having, that we need to have, man. Make no mistake about it, man. This is a no-win for all of us, man. I mean that shit, man. You got to know it. You got to know exactly what I'm saying, man, to understand it, man. And like I say, it's in this chat, man, in this get out, everybody in here, I have a great understanding in terms of what we talk about weekly. We're gonna have to do better, man. Because look, what we're doing also is we're filtering this to the next generation. The next generation is hearing this shit. They seeing this shit. What do you think is happening? How you think their minds are being wired as they observe this shit and hear it? We in dire straits, man. We are in dire straits, man. So let's work together, man, in terms of trying to figure out something, man, to end this madness. Madness, this hate for self, this hate for each other. Serves no purpose, man. It don't serve us. Again, man, you somebody please help me understand how doing away with another brother puts you in a position where your life is better, to where your life has improved. And if your life improved or your life is better, that means those who are around you, your mama, your daddy, your brothers, your sisters, your kids, lives improve. Help me to understand how that works. Be hard pressed, man, trying to put that one over, man. You know. Yeah, Abdullah, I hear you, man. Abdullah the shooter, man. He said I definitely can attest to that. Give uh NYS docs, 18 of my 45 grooves, and still on parole and stigmatized. Keep talking truth to power, big groove. You know, I think again, man, when we having these discussions, man, I always try to reach out to other brothers. And in fact, let me stop here, man. Hey, Pope Mitchell, I saw you get out this morning, man. Very insightful, very inspiring. You know what I mean? Very aspiring, inspiring. That's the get out, homie. You know, we need to understand, man, what's really going on and man, what we come from, man, so that we can get a greater understanding, a greater knowledge, man, and know how to get to where the hell we need to be. This is nothing new what we're going through, man. It's nothing new, man. You know, but we need more brothers and sisters, man, not just on Under the Groove, man, talking about this, man, but period, on these platforms. Speak truth to power, man. This shit, it serves nobody. Nobody wins. Nobody. I don't care where you from. It's not a win. Like I say, man, whatever goes down, man, that person and you and that person, there's a loss on both sides of that coin, man. Straight up. So if you're going to jail for the rest of your life, then that means, man, you can't add or you can't aid the proliferation of the race, of the people. You're not having no babies, man. They're gonna do away with family visits also. So don't think you can go in there and get, lay up, man, and make some babies. Nah. That shit for the end. In fact, visiting in the physical sense is about the end. Everything's gonna be by media, screens and stuff. You'll be able to talk to them through a screen, man. And that girl gonna get tired of that. We got to get this shit together, man. This shit it's wrong. It's just wrong. No other way to put that, man. No other way to put it, man. The blank man, what it do, man? Mr. Fantastic, how are you, brother? Hey, you brothers, man, let's get in this chat, man. Let's talk about what's going on and how we can improve this situation, or bring it to a point where discussions begin to take place, man, and we can start setting down, some resolutions, man, to end this shit. Because again, man, I promise you, nobody's gonna win. Nobody's gonna win. You know, just straight up, man. More brothers will be lost to either the Undertaker or the prison guard. And if you go into prison, man, on some stuff like this, trust me, you're going to hell. You will be in hell. And you'll see what I mean. It ain't gonna take you long, man. It's not gonna even take long for you to realize, man, damn, I messed up. What to do, Woody, man? How you doing, loved one? Everything's everything, homie. We trying to figure out some stuff, man. We trying to keep our heads about ourselves, man. We trying to say, hey, man, it's not worth it, bro. None of it. None of it. None of it, man, gains us anything, man, positive. It does not help us to grow as human beings. It does not put food on the table. It does not pay a mortgage, a car note, or any other of those things that matter in terms of us, being out here and a part of society, man, making our way, leaving our footprint, our fingerprint on how society grows and how it is, you know what I mean, as a whole, as a community, as one. There's no win in this shit, man. Everything we talk about, everything we do is on social media, man. Everything. Everything. Nothing positive, man. Like I said, the majority of this stuff is negative. The majority of it is negative, man. Ain't none of it, man, where it's supposed to be. Ain't none of it, man, helping to build us up or get us over these humps, man, that we face daily. I know brothers, man, when they get up in the morning, especially young dudes, man, y'all got to believe me when I say this. When they walk out the door, they get out the car, wherever man, fear. They don't know. That ain't no way to live, man. That's no way to live, man. To not know if you're going to make it through the day. Ain't nothing fly about that shit. That in and of itself is detrimental to one. That's stress, man. These young cats, man, I swear I see some of these cats, man, they in their 20s, they look down there 30. You know? Every little thing, man. Every little thing, man, worries them. And for them to say it don't, it's some bullshit. All right? Let's have this conversation, y'all. Lisa Moore, how you doing? Hey, big bro, blessings to the brothers and sisters in the chat for sure. We'll let them know, man, this is what it is, man. Again, this is touching bases with the people. We have a conversation today, man. Let's have this talk, man. And let's hope that this talk, man, is shared. You know what I mean? That we're commenting, we're sharing, and we're subscribing, We're liking this conversation, man. It's different. You got to admit, it is different. It ain't what you're going to get on none of them other platforms. It's totally different. We not sitting up putting it out there. I'm not going to show you guys none of that. It ain't, have the ability to do all that. It ain't worth it, man. All it does is promote this shit, man. That's what we got to get past. We got to get past promoting this shit, man, that's causing more harm. Shit ain't, man, shit. Abdullah the shooter said, real spill, dying for corners and streets, don't even own a mailbox. To continue to do the same thing, respect different results, is the definition of insanity. And even young dudes know this, man. I'm telling you, I said this before about even the youngs. They not dumb. They're not dumb, man. Sometimes ignorant, sometimes foolish, most time. But they are not dumb. They're wasting their time, man. Again, and these cats ain't got jack, man. Don't have nothing. Don't have nothing. These streets we talking about warring over, man. These issues we having over who from where and whether that shit is crazy, man. It's buffoonery. Again, like I say, man, the stores y'all hanging at, these strip malls and all that, you don't own nothing in there. And in fact, you probably hurting that person's business hanging out there. You ain't bringing no good to the situation, man. None. Psycho say, man, it's real what this man speaks. I appreciate you truly, brother. I stay on 81st between Hoover and Figueroa. All right, bro. That's the community. You know, you are part of the community. I don't know, man. You personally, I don't know if you know me, but again, man. So we're in a situation where, again, you know, you don't own shit. Everybody renting. Who you renting from? Who are you renting from? You know, who you paying your bills to? Most of these cats don't have jobs, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they're not dumb, no. But the education, man, is lacking. The education is lacking, man. You know, those don't have no vision, man, no dreams. And if they do, man, why aren't they living them out? Why aren't they trying to bring it to fruition? Something is going on, man, to where, you know, these brothers are being misled. Something, I don't know. It like I read something on another podcast this morning. They said it's in the chicken. You know, they're being funny or whatever, but hey, you never know. You never know. It's in the drugs. You never know. It's in the liquor. You never know. But whatever it is, man, it ain't helpful. Not to the point where these brothers, man, could sit up, damn an apartment building. You on a yard with a house on it, a garage, a backyard, man. You go in, man. Hey, man, you bring your boys over. It's your shit. You ain't hanging it from somebody's house. A neighbor don't want you there, or somebody's store, place of business, man. Just go to show, man, we got nothing. We're just hanging out. Just hanging out. And the streets get hot, guess what? They go somewhere else and just hang out. Streets are hot right now. So all of them, they found somewhere else to hang out till they figure, okay, man, let me see what I can do, or is it cool to go here or there? This shit don't make no sense, man. You can't do shit. This lifestyle got you to the point, or got them to the point where they can't even live, man. And I swear they think they own the shit, man. They the business. You not. What it do, Al? Salute, bro. Salute. Hopefully everything is everything on that end, man. So Ed says, OG, when it's wartime, why are groups congregating in front of liquor shops and stores lacking? Also, why don't people get their targets instead of shooting for the sake of it and getting innocent bystanders? Okay. Why is it wartime, bro? Again, what the hell is the war over? What are they warring for? Streets they don't own? Again, it don't make sense, homie. It don't make sense. They're warring about streets, man. They're warring about streets. How many names? How many of them had the last name of Hoover? How many of them had the last name of Maine? How many of them had the last name of Crenshaw? For real, man. And not only that, how many of them have property there, man? What are they warring for? Why does wartime have to exist? What is it existing? What is it over? I mean, I get it, homie. I'm not being, ignorant. I'm not being naive. I'm saying though, man, come on, man. War over what? Over what? You know? Over what? And then, they just outside, man. Doing what? The hell? Yeah, man, I get you. I get you, ass. Why are you hanging at liquor stores? Young dudes. Back in the day, man, only people we saw hanging at liquor stores was the drunks. And the only reason most of them hung at the liquor store because they're right nearby the liquor store was a bookie joint. Cats is hanging at liquor stores, man. Strip malls and shit. Yeah. And you putting other people's lives in danger, in jeopardy, man. I hear you, bro. Again, though, man. So what they want for to get to see if they can stop them from hanging at that store, which none of them own. You know, again, man, I'm not being naive. I understand this shit, man, but I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense. It don't make no sense, man. Yeah, we stronger united than we are divided. But how do we get to that, man? We'll be at war with people because we want to be united. That's some crazy stuff, man. I can just suspect. I could just imagine how many might want to be at war with me because of what I'm saying right now. I'm saying this shit don't make sense. It's bullshit. It's amen. It's bullshit, man. And somebody gonna have a problem with me saying that, you know? Because again, dudes are looking at losses, and I'm telling y'all, yeah, that's all it is losses. Nobody wins. Nobody wins in this so-called wartime. Nobody's winning, man. Come on, man. It makes no sense. Yeah, we're stronger united, man. But we got to get to that. We got to get to the understanding of why or how we can be stronger united. Like I say, man, brothers, these young brothers are done. I don't care where they from, man. Again, I don't care what set, man, crip or blood, man, whoever, it don't matter. The participation in this is going to lead to one or two things. And in either respect, you're done. You're done. You ain't got a chance to live, man. You ain't had one chance to live, man. See the world, to understand, man, what your contribution in it could be. You know, watch your kids grow. You know, take care of your mother and father as they grow older. You know, take care of your little brother, your sister. Watch them grow. Help raise them. Educate them. Make it make sense, man. And again, man, this is coming from somebody who's been there. And I'm talking about it, man, because I lived it. It ain't worth it, man. And being in prison for decades is hell. I'm telling you, it's hell. Ain't nothing nice about it, man. I can tell you how many people that passed away, natural causes, let alone being killed, you know, that I didn't get to see or speak to. Tell them, hey, man, I love you, man. I miss you. You know, how many people left me hanging? You know, how I couldn't even get a phone call through, wouldn't accept a collect call, wouldn't send me a picture or a letter, a money order, a package, you know, a visit. Come on, man. And there's too many of us know this, man. Know what hell is like, man. You're going to be in there with a whole lot of cats, man, who are in hell. And the bottom line is each and every one of y'all going to be lonely and depressed, you know, pitiful. Truth, man. I ain't talking no BS, man. These are facts. You get up in there, man. Yeah. World is going to change for you real quick. Real quick. And those who can handle it, they handle it. Go through some shit. I said this about a lot of cats who come home, who've been through that, been to hell and back. They got issues on me. Now, for those who didn't or aren't or haven't been able to make it back, a lot of them got issues. They take psych meds, they on drugs, you know, all kind of shit, man, just to try to cope with the reality that they are where they are and they're going to be there. Ain't no coming back from some of this shit, man. Promise you that, man. Ain't no coming back from this shit, man. We better off united than we are divided. United, man, we can save each other. We can do good for one another. Divided, we gonna get what we getting. You know, I like to look at it like this, Psycho. I think we are waking up now. You know, and you know, granted, there's a lot to say otherwise, you know, but I think a lot of us are waking up, man. And I think it's important that we do. It's important that we do. We may be able to save some of these hotheads, some of these dudes who think that they, you know, they're getting recognition and stripes. I'm telling you, man, y'all finna head to a place where there's a whole lot of you. you You're not gonna be special. You're not gonna be special in hell, man. Trust me. No, you're not gonna be special. If you get in there, you running some shit, you running a line, you got a whole lot of other problems. You know, your own gonna want to knock you down, man. Take your position. You're gonna be in a cold spot, man. Worse off in there than out here. Trust me. Out here, you can actually make some changes that would improve your life. In there, that script don't really change much, man. And if it changes and it changes against your will, guess what? Somebody liable to want to book you. Look, man, cold game up in there, bro. It's a cold game up in there, man. Out here, you have options. In there, you got certain structure, rules, and protocols, man. You're going to follow them, no matter what you think, you know. Better off out here, man. You're better off out here, man. Out here, you can get shit done. Out here, you can think like a man, carry yourself as one. You can make some changes out here. In there, ain't no changes, man, gonna be made, man. The court's gonna tell you, nah, we got you dead bang. You know, the dump truck lawyer gonna make sure that it stays that way. You know, you're being railroaded off the rip. You know what I mean? COs don't give a damn. Other races don't give a damn. You know, you're gonna find out some of your own ain't gonna give a damn. Cause they in the same position as you, man. Shit is real, man. Hot lead hurts. Huh. Salute. Wishing peace to all sides. Black power. Man, come on, homie. That's some real shit, man. We don't understand that though, man. A lot of these brothers don't understand black power, man. Black power is the only power. Only unstoppable power. Got to be together. You got to be united, man, for that shit to even ring true. You know? Hey, Poke, I see you, bro. I see you, bro. Blessings to you as well, man. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get down with this. Get down, y'all. And again, man, it's great to grow, y'all. It is great to grow. Know that, man. Know that, man, that there's an individual in you. You know, there's something in you, man, that can aspire to do whatever you put your mind to do, bro. I'm telling you, exercise that brain, man. Put that brain to use, man. Focus on the focus, you know? Focus on the focus, man. And put our people before pistols. You know what I mean? Yeah. Our people, man. Let's make sure they survive, that they exist, you know what I'm saying, to the point where they can live their lives out, man, and accomplish some shit, man, that's going to matter. That may help you and yours down the line. You never know. Like I said, it's just like, you know, the young brothers going out there shooting up shit. You don't know who you're going to hit. You really don't. None of them ain't had no target practice like that. You know, I'm not suggesting they go get it, man, so they can use it on each other, but I'm just saying, you never know, man. Get this power, man. Tap into your power, man. Tap into your spirituality, shit. That's what we need to be doing. But yes, black power is the only power, the only sustainable power. It's the only power, man, that can't be destroyed unless, guess what? Blacks destroy it. We ain't gonna have no power, man. We keep this shit up, man. We're not gonna have no power, man. Yeah, bro. Hey, Frederick, man, how you doing, brother? Yeah? Gonna slap him, man. In 60 years on the low end, bro. On the low end. These young brothers don't get it. And ain't nobody getting away with nothing. That's why I say, man, there are gonna be 2 losses. No one wins. You want to talk about a number, a score? Man, what about you being in that score? You know what I mean? You're another 2 points. Got you too. 60 years, that's on the low end, bro. That's on the low end. Try 80, 160. Try 200 years. Shit, try life without the possibility of parole at 20, at 18. Come on, man. Solar tribalism, man. I see you in the chat, man. Appreciate you, brothers. Now, look, then this to the brothers, man. Let's put some conversation out there, man. You know, what is it? What's really going on, man? What is fueling? What is fueling this get out, man? Because we hear it often enough. We hear it too much. Oh, it's a hot summer. Nah, man. It's something else. What's fueling this, man? Huh? Is it social media? You know, is it the fact that a lot of them are disenfranchised, man? Is it a lack of education? What is it self-hate? Just hate, period. Oneself and one's own kind. What is fueling this, man? Drugs? Let's get to that, man. Let's find out. Let's discuss what that issue is, man. Yeah, I agree, Frederick. Prison is not a deterrent because a lot of these brothers don't really know. They don't really know, man, that yeah, man, prison, it ain't all that is cracked up to be when some cats go and do 2 years, some wino time, man, and come out, man. I was in there, man, getting high every day, man. Oh, man, it wasn't shit, man. Da, da, da. Yeah, it only becomes a deterrent when they get slapped with that time, bro. But it's too late then. It's too late then for it to be a deterrent because now you already in. You're in. Yeah. It's not a deterrent for those who don't really know, and it won't be something that really matters or would touch them or hit them where it counts or hit them where it hurts until they in there with no get back. How do we make understood that, prison should be a deterrent? What do we talk about? What do we set in front of these young brothers and sisters, man, to get them to understand, okay, prison is the last place I want to be other than dead. You know what I mean? What do we talk about, man? How do we have this discussion, man? What do we put before them? Because I'm not offering them drugs and shit. I'm not going to give them $1. I'll direct them to a job. I'll try to help them to understand that, man, they have a life to live because, hopefully, they're bringing forth life. You know what I mean? They're going to bring more lives into this get out. You know what I mean? They're going to, expand the population, proliferate. Squandering our wealth, man. I don't know, man. So what is the deterrent? What can be the deterrent, man? If prison is not it, then what is it, Frederick? What is it? Help me to understand that, brother. Morris says, that's real talk, bub. If they don't listen, they'll learn the hard way. And that's the thing, man. We want to try to help them to avoid that, bro, because it's still a loss. It's still a loss. And by that time, it's too late. Yeah, they'll get the lesson now. And like I say, man, sometimes people don't have to spend a decade in prison to see that, damn, I messed up. I'm losing. I'm in here losing. For every day that you're incarcerated, you are losing at building your life, building something, not just for yourself, but your family. For every day that any brother or sister is in prison, they have failed the family more than they failed themselves. The shit that's going on today, these brothers are failing their families, man, who need them. These are bodies, these are souls, you know what I mean? These are individuals who can, get stuff done in a real way. But with their absence now, you knock the family back 2 steps. In your absence, that missing link, that's a link, man, that's been removed from the chain. Now the chain is broken. How do we come back from that? Man, look here, man, this shit is some real live shit. We don't want them to learn the hard way. Those of us who know what the hard way entails, man, come on, man, that's not good either. Because like I say, man, you're missing in the equation. We need to have them in the equation, man. This is how we're gonna get ourselves out of this rut. I don't know, man. Yeah, man. So Haled says, Haled Hurt said the old saying, "You over there, you from there." Nah, man, that ain't always the truth. That's not always the issue. Hmm? And again, but yeah, and you may not be speaking to me personally. I know you're in the chat, brother, and we appreciate you being in the chat. But listen, that's the thing, y'all. We got to get past this, man. I should go wherever the hell I want to go and visit whoever the hell I want to visit. Hmm? Hmm? You know that's just that's just what it is. Yeah, we have people, man, that grew up in these communities, man, and they done moved on, but they come back, man, to touch bases, man. Hey, how you doing, man? I remember something from the past. Just one, hey, I want to have a beer with you. I ain't come out to hang bang. I mean, hang and gang bang. Come to have a beer, man, and see how, brother. Ain't no telling what they coming for to inspire an individual. You gonna kill the light just because they want to come over here and shine some light, some wisdom, or whatever the case may be on the get down. That come on, homie. This we see. That's I think that's part of the problem. We want to dictate who can go where. That's a part of the problem. That's what this that division. Crips can't go where Bloods at. Bloods can't go where Crips at, and Hoovers can't go nowhere. You can't get. Come on, man. None of it makes sense, y'all. That's all I'm saying, man. None of it makes sense, man. None of it makes sense, man. You over there, you from there. Nah, man, what if my uncle over there who raised me and gave me wisdom? I got a good job and take care of my wife and family. I want to go see my uncle. You know, I'm just saying, we have to consider, man, all aspects, man, of how human beings want to interact, how we think and how we interact. Some of us don't look for funk, man. Some of us, man, we admire some people, man. We so much so we might want to go and hang out with them and say, man, what you gonna do with yourself? I found a job for you, bro. Man, this beer with you. I'm gonna chop it up with you about this job. You know, I ain't got your number. I came to show you, man, my baby girl, man. You know, you remember my woman? Yeah, yeah, man. When she pregnant, da 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 da. Cause you over there don't mean you from there. I mean, I get it. I understand the philosophy. I understand the mindset. But let's be realistic, man. You come on, man. You got people from everywhere that love people from everywhere, man. And again, man, it could be your sister, your brother, man, your mama, your daddy that want to go just see a friend. Just want to go, push up on a friend right quick. And because they over there, they from there. Nah, nah. Suge, man. Suge one says, yeah, this set tripping and then fratricide is Uncle Sam's curse, just like above the law said. Hey, man. We on some real Willie Lynch type shit. We on some shit, man. That look, man. We really, man. We're this is learned behavior. That's a psychological term, man. They use in psychology. Learned behavior. A lot of what we do, man, is learned from other people, not from us per se, but it's learned from other groups of people, man. It was learned probably through or by how that behavior was enacted on us. You know, for whatever reason, a lot of us took that, or you know, um, Our ancestors before us, those who came before us, went through that shit and got it in their mind like, man, shoot, I'm gonna do the same thing, man, because it seemed like it get results. It seemed like, hey, I'll have people fear me and I can do what the hell it's all learned behavior, bro. And we got to get out of that state of mind, man, where we've assimilated everything that was done to us. We play it back on each other. We don't play it back on nobody else, just us. Everything that was done to us as a people. Come on, man, real shit, man. As a people, we play it back on us. We pay it forward to us. And I mean everything that was done to us negatively, in a negative fashion, was said to us, done to us, or thought of us. We do it to each other, man. We don't do it to nobody else. Learn behavior, man. We got to get to the point, man, we start re-educating ourselves, man. We have to. We got to get back to a whole lot, man, that we don't do as a people. Our spirituality, we have forfeited that. Most spiritual people on the face of the earth, man. No one matches our spirituality. We know our souls. Ain't no other. They ain't got soul like us. They don't have soul like us. Facts. But we've been so far removed from being in touch with our spirit, our souls, man. This is how we act. This is how we carry on. It's been beat out of us. It's been brainwashed from us. You know what I mean? It's just a whole lot of negatives, man, has been placed on us. A lot of burdens on us, a lot of stigmas. And we tend to we back away from it because others don't like the way we wear that or we represent it. Our spirituality been labeled all kind of things: superstition, voodoo, witchcraft, everything. So we don't want to displease others. And so we tend to stop, living the life, we don't listen to the DNA anymore. We listen to others before we listen to our souls, man. Our souls ring true with the DNA of others who came before us, who know this stuff in and out. We having problems, man, just dealing with self and understanding and accepting who we are. We want to be everything but who we are, man. Especially to each other, to ourselves and each other. We want to please everybody, man, but ourselves. It's part of the problem. Johnny James, appreciate that, bro. He said, well spoken, Ndugu. And Ndugu is Swahili for brothers, for those who don't know. I appreciate you in this. Get down, Johnny James. Keep falling for the same old, same old. You ain't never lying, Frederick. Look, now, again, see what they're going to do. Now, I'm reading this. Solar Tribalism just said that Newsom just signed a new crime bill. That's Bill Clinton and Hillary all over again, just to appease those who saying, hey, man, you Democrats, y'all really soft on crime, y'all this, that. But see, now he's trying to, he and the mayor, they're going to do some shit to placate Trump because they really don't want Trump coming over here running roughshod on their program. It's going to come from both ends regardless. Newsom and Bass and Trump. Again, there's going to be this sandwich effect. There's going to be, there's going to be lead coming from both sides. I'm just say what I said, man. We're going to get it from both sides, people. Watch. I'm telling you, but it ain't going to stop Trump. It's just going to be that much intense, man. We're going to have the state and we're going to have the federal government, man, attacking blacks. And again, don't think, man, they going to just go after the gang bangers. That just ain't how it work, man. When they said they was coming to get the illegals, man, they didn't give a damn if they wasn't illegal. They was arresting Mexicans, period. Just point blank. That's, hey, man, shit, you're a Mexican. When they come to get the situation or get with the situation, you black. That's all we know. I don't know if you're a gangbanger or not. I just know you black. I don't know if you committed a crime yesterday or today. I just know you black. That's going to be the approach. Now, let's see how you react to that when your rights are violated, you know, by an authority that's supposed to uphold them. Let's see how you react to that. Let's see how we get down with that. See, ain't no blacks took no rights from no other blacks, man, but we putting in work on each other. Again, man, we already know the mindset. You turn a blind eye when somebody other than who you are, what you look like is doing something to you. It's just, that's just what it is, man. We got too many instances to prove that's a fact. Now, Newsom then signed a new crime bill. I got to go check that out. I'm pretty much. I ain't got to read it to understand what's going to be in that thing, man. Yeah. Hey, Solar Tribe, let him say, man, I hate to say it, Bub. They about to blitz LA on crime. Again, it falls into their plan, though. Think about it, man. I said this and I said this and I said this. Listen, man, we're talking LA. We're talking LA getting Olympics, man. We're talking buku dollars. Somebody told me, oh, they stand to get $6 billion. No, man, it's 5 times. It's way more than that. And that's just on the surface of it. They're not telling you what's beneath. The concept about an iceberg. You just see the tip of it. They're not showing you what's below the water table. They stand to make buku money. How much are we gonna get? All right, that's one. But in order to make this money, in order to make this thing go off without a hitch, they got to clean up some stuff. How do they do that? How do they do that? They say, oh, violent crimes then went up. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, violent crimes start going up again. Start killing all brothers start killing all brothers, shooting other brothers, and going to jail. Doing their work for them. But at the same time, they got this other contingency plan. They're going to still send them in. Oh, the blitz is coming. They're going to let brothers go do shootings. Man, look, they watch. They watch. Let you commit the crime. Probably kill a few brothers or whatever, but we're going to get you too, and everybody in the car with you. So you looking at a number of 4 to 5 individuals, man. 3 to 4, 4 to 5, whatever, gone one way or another. But it's all a part of the get down. I don't care what nobody say, man. This shit wasn't going on 3 months ago. They ain't got a whole lot of time, man, to be preparing the streets and shit, and tearing down old buildings that they feel like defaces the facade of a certain street or avenue. You know what I mean? They got to also pay attention to the ones they consider to be undesirables, the ones they need out of the way so that they can do what they want to do without a hitch. Podcasters all of a sudden advertising and exposing, and just all of a sudden, just boom. Brothers going at brothers on these podcasts, brothers getting arrested, feds coming in, grabbing people, shootings starting to occur, brothers at each other's neck over bullshit. All of it is bullshit. It's not coincidence, man. It's not happen chance. It just didn't happen just because. You got unseen hands at play in this shit, man. Yeah, it's a blitz. In more ways than one, man. They stand to get rid. What you consider it like this: 13%, anywhere from 9 to 13% of populated blacks of the population of Los Angeles. Another 2 or 3% they're gonna get rid of. And then today it's 2025, 2028, 2.5 years, less than 2.5 years away. The percentages in terms of our population, how many there will be of us here by 2028 will drastically decline by percentage points. I'm willing to wager that with anybody. anybody, you know, and this is all planned, man. It's, man, come on, man. This shit, man. But we're part of this BS. We're part of, we helping them do it. And again, when that shit start, how many brothers and sisters gonna have, you got LLCs, man, with business license to sell on the streets and make some of this money, these tens and tens of billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars. How many? How many? How many have already went and made sure their license is straight, everything is good, found a spot you're gonna be at, man, and you already got that locked in. The city know you're gonna be right there, you're gonna have another one over there, whatever. How many have done that? As opposed to how many young cats, brothers and sisters, hang out on these same corners, man, ain't selling nothing, man, but destruction, death. They ain't got no plans, man, for tomorrow. No real way to make no money, man. You know, this shit don't make sense, man, but I'm telling you, it does. It does. You know what I mean? Anyway. Polk said, man, Polk Mitchell said, learning things the hard way means you're not using wisdom, and that's like running around like a chicken with his head cut off. It don't take a lot of knowledge or wisdom to kill, man. Life is all we got. True words ain't been spoken just yet. We gonna get some more real ones right other than that one, man. We run around with chickens with our head cut off. Suge once said, Frederick has to be absolutely. It is terrifying the amount of internal violence there was. I wonder how many engineers, carpenters, physicists, etc., were extinguished. Exactly. And I say this all the time, people. Anytime one of us lose our lives, that was a potential. That could have been a potential president, man, world leader, wherever, man, physicist, lawyer, doctor, you know, entrepreneur, head of this large corporation, CEO, whatever, gone. We'll never understand his potential. We'll never understand what he could have brought to the table. Could have been our next savior, one of them. You know what I mean? So I agree with you on that, bro. Stephanie Macklin, what's up with it, Rob? She said, real talking. Either you're part of the solution or you're part of the problems. It's real, man. Al Thomas said, we're giving away everything, including our lives, for nothing. Point seen, money gone, man. There it is. Again, what are they accomplishing? What are they getting? I like I said, man, how has any of this bettered their lives? How? One thing's for sure. When they get caught, now they on the phone talking about mama, daddy, uncle, can you get me a lawyer? Because ain't gonna be no bail. Ain't gonna be no bail. So now they want the same family they forsaken to help them get out of the situation that they got themselves in. Now you want me, want me to put up the house? Get you a lawyer? You know what's gonna happen as a result of that, right? They're gonna lose house. You lose house. Cases like this, you're gonna need 50 to 100,000 or better. Because like I say, the fact of the matter is you're not getting out from under that. So now you're wasting resources because you thought you was doing some slick shit. Now you went and done that shit, and chances are you're going to be making that phone call asking somebody to get you a lawyer. No, man. Write that shit out. They got law libraries up in the county. Go up in there, man, and start reading now. Learn how to read. Now, this is real defense of self. Go in there and learn how to read a law book so you can defend your actions, man. Instead of taking from the community, taking from the people. Now you want somebody to give you something after you done took some shit, man. The most valuable thing on the face of earth, man, life. You want somebody to help you fight to not get life. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck that. Shit, hey man, we should be pissed off, man. Straight up, man. We should be angry, not just at them, but at ourselves, man. Again, man, we all culpable. We are all at fault. This shit is happening right before our eyes, man. Now these dudes, meaning babies, gonna be calling home, talking about help me. You know? Come on, man. Tobias Shakur, yeah, bro, it's truly sad by the day we hate each other, bro, for really no reason. None. None. None, man. I mean, damn. Want to hate a black person? You know, I'm just saying, man. I'm just using this as a hypothetical. Really. You want to hate a black person? Hate when them mugs, man, got $2 billion, $3 billion, and they give more to United Way or Red Cross. You know, you know what I mean? You want a reason to hate somebody. I mean, you know, it's they shit, they earned it, whatever. But you want to have an issue to hate them that ain't do for real, that's really not doing nothing in the community. That hasn't created a consortium in a community, man, to say, man, well, first, here's this training thing I'm gonna put in the community. For all these men that got hundreds of millions of dollars, man, and they write off taxes every day, then they do. Hey, man, the Anti-Defamation League get donations from these people, man, in the book in millions of dollars. Tax write-offs. But they can't take those same millions of dollars, them same donations they give all these organizations that are ran by Europeans, man, and say, I'm going to take this money instead. It's still a tax write-off, and I'm going to build first a training center. The objective of this training center is to train these young brothers and sisters, man, to be not just plumbers and carpenters, but to be educators, you know what I mean? To be politicians and shit. And then build these businesses, these, you know, I'm not saying some of them don't, all right? Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, man, it's not enough of them doing this. I for real, man. It's just so many different, you know, get downs, man, with this get down, man, that can be done. You know, and again, man, yeah, some we ain't gonna be able to save everybody. But what about those who want to be saved? You want to hate somebody, man? You know, you really looking for a reason to hate somebody, man? For real? It's a whole lot of reasons, man, to despise someone, you know, or to not like someone, man, way more than this street shit, man. Where ain't none of them dudes got a dime. None of them. None of them got a dime, man. If they got a mama or a woman, that's probably where they get most of their money. Spending money for their blunts, whatever drug they own, alcohol, gas, or whatever. Just be real, man. You doing away, brothers ain't got nothing just like you. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, man, our prayers, man, our thoughts, man, go out to those, man, who have lost life, those families, man, who are impacted by these losses, and the trauma and traumatic trauma suffered by those who've been injured in this senseless violence, man. Our prayers and thoughts go out to you guys, man. The chat see you, we feel you, man, and we wish you nothing but peace, man. Solace, you know, healing, real shit, man. I remember I was in prison when my little brother when he was murdered. All right. I was in prison 2004. I raised this guy, man. I mean, I raised him to the point where I didn't realize this dude was emulating me. You know, all I saw was my little brother, man. I loved him. You know what I mean? I'd do anything for him, man. But he was emulating me. So I get called for a visit on a Saturday. I go out on my visit. You know, the woman who came to see me, brought a friend, and then they looking, the look ain't right. So I'm like, what's happening? You know, and till my brother was murdered. No, coldest shit I ever heard. Coldest shit I ever heard. My brother was a Damu, by the way, from Crenshaw Mafia. Coldest shit I ever heard, man. Coldest feeling. Man, I was filled with hate, man. I was, I didn't know how to deal with that shit. But I understood that if I don't put that away somewhere, it's a wrap. I'll be through. You know, my mind couldn't deal with it, man. But I had enough presence of mind to say, all right, man, set that back there. You know, to this day, I barely deal with it. But my point is the impact of that. The impact of that. It touched my soul. So I know firsthand what people go through. But the coldest part of that was I didn't know that while I was doing what I was doing until it happened to our family. You get me? Give up. I didn't think none of it until it happened to me. So I get it. I get it. I get it now. And that's when I started to, like, rewire my brain. You know, I got the harshest, the rudest awakening, man, possible to a man, because that's lost. That's it. You know, um, yeah. So I'm saying that to say, man, this touch, it impacts some of everybody, man. You know, I'm impacted nowadays when I hear shit like that. They ain't gotta be related to me. They ain't gotta be from Hoover. Just to hear it, it brings back that hurt, man, that void, like, damn, that's some deep shit, man. You have to find a way, man, to avoid families going through that shit, man. It takes too much from the soul. I promise you. It drains the soul, man. There's no after that, man, it'd be like the soul has no reasoning, man, no reason to be. It's just it leaves a void. And I'm telling you, man, people are feeling that. They're feeling that, man. People are impacted by this shit, man. When you see people in the comments about shit, man, and they're telling people, man, boom. And then you got some more idiots who will come in and be yappering about it, like, hey, okay, man, don't let that be you next. Don't let that be one of yours. Then you'll get it. But the loss of life, man, is a serious thing, bro. It's a serious thing, man. I'm sitting up saying, I can't wait to, I'm gonna get out because I wasn't accepting that shit. I done the deed, but I think, man, I don't want to die in here. But I'm thinking, okay, when I get out, I can't wait to see my bro, man. And all my brothers, mama, avoid. They ain't get to see bro. They ain't get to see bro. And his not being here, it it's impacted us. our family, his children. You know, I'm telling y'all, man, we the people who are dying, we need them. We need them. We need them so that we don't get this some cold shit to have to feel and go through, y'all. Some good. It's some shit where, man, no good come from it, man. You know, it'll take a lot for an individual, man, to get over that type of loss. You know, that type of loss. You know, and then to know that one of your own did that to him, or just say, Vince, the police or one of your own did that. That's that's something you can't swallow. That's something that's very difficult, just like I said, to deal with. So, you know, I've been, and that's been 2004. I try not to deal with it. It makes me emotional. I miss my brother. You know, so you know we got to start thinking, man, about what what the harm is and the damage, what it does to people. And again, man, it's the impact is so widespread, man. It's just unbelievable. One person, man, the loss of one person impacts many. And like I say, man, I didn't know the harm I had committed or done to a family before it was done to me. And it happened. Cold as shit, man. I knew then, nah, man, this nah, I ain't, nah. Cause I didn't want that no more. Like I said, I deal with it. I didn't want to ever be the one to put that at somebody else's feet ever again. Ever again. So, you brothers, if you believe, if you have a God, pray that it don't happen to you. And if it's happened to you is the reason why you carrying on, man, then that means, man, yeah, you're not dealing with it. It's just not something you want to deal with, man. So you got a lot of pain, man, that hasn't been addressed. Your brother's got to find an outlet. If it's a loved one, a homie, whatever. Again, we've all lost, man. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. There's no pleasure in this shit, man. It can't be. Can't be, man. Hey, Al Thomas, I'm checking that out. I called the brother again myself, man, and it didn't answer. So I got to thinking, I'm like, man, because I know King, man, we ain't on that type of time, man. We had long discussions about, okay, even if we don't agree with each other, that don't mean we stop loving each other, respecting each other, dealing with one another, communicating. I haven't been able to reach him either, man. So let's put in the atmosphere that brother's all right, man, and we'll hear from him soon enough, sooner rather than later, man. Man, not good luck. Poke Mitchell said, man, love, thank you, bub. But when you're not doing it for yourself and it's genuine, that's the feeling that I chase. And in me doing that, hopefully our brothers see nothing wrong in the message and eat off of it. I get it, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Haled, that's a fact. But they had been took the resources out of the communities, man, in the 70s, shit, the 60s and 70s. That again, none of this stuff is new. The fact of the matter is that we have not adjusted. We have not adapted and adjusted. We have not adapted and adjusted to the circumstances, man. That's the problem. That's the problem. Same time they were taking the resources out of the communities, out of the hoods, they were taking the fathers. They were taking the leaders also. This is nothing new, you know. But the thing is, okay, then what's new is how we go about dealing with this because it's as though we've accepted this. That's old. So what's new? What do we do new, man, to change, to bring change? I've seen um uh Karen Bass, the mayor of LA, saying, just was it today or yesterday, they're gonna bring more resources, to the communities. Can I got to trying to think or figure out, what are you talking about? What resources? What kind of resources? Who do these resources go to? Would it be the police? Would it be nonprofits? And then where's the oversight? Where do we begin to understand how this money or these resources are used, how it's funneled out and spread it out to the people. She said a lot, man, and I'm taking it all in, but I'm still thinking, okay, man, but to what end? To what end? If it's for the police, we understand that. More equipment, more training, and hey, more goes into that union in case they shoot somebody, unjustifiably. They got paid lawyers, get them out that shit. If it goes to nonprofits, to what end? Where's the oversight in this? It's just you again, you're throwing good money over bad. You know what I mean? You're not laying this plan down so that the people can understand what these resources are for. It's part of the problem, man. Again, part of the problem. Just the politician trying to make good on some shit, just trying to look good. I don't know, man. I don't agree with a whole lot of it. Mark Hoban said, hey, what's up with it, Mark, man? Good seeing you and get down, bro. He said, there's no way that COINTELPRO didn't interfere somewhere in the game lifestyle timeline. I love the land, but we produce some of the world's most self-hate when it comes to us. There you go. COINTELPRO, come on, man. Again, like CIA with the drugs and shit, come on, man. These people play these games, man. They get down in the community, man, and there's always an ulterior motive for why they do what they do. Again, I wager they sit on corners. They sit, in unmarked cars and watch shit go down. They got these phones tapped. They got mics, man, that can hear you speaking from 2 streets away, bro. They park and watch a gang of young cats chop it up, and they know where they going. They come on, man, this real shit. Ain't no way, man, that they don't interfere, that they haven't interfered. That not only that, but that they don't know what's going on. Again, man, the purpose, man. I think, man, our objective is real. It's simply said, but it's a cold task. It's going to be a difficult task, man, to fulfill. We got to change the mindsets, man. We got to find a way, man, a solution that helps us tap into the mindsets of these young ones, man. If not, again, man, we're going to do ourselves in. That generation will cease to exist in 20 years. That generation will not be here, out here. And if they are, just based on, man, they will be unproductive. They will be non-productive. They will not. And then that's not going to help those who are coming up behind them. We got to get involved, man. That's all I'm saying, man, because I see this shit, man. And man, it hurts my heart, man. It hurts my heart to know that I played a role in this, man, at some point in time, man. To see this shit playing out the way it is, man, and knowing that the world offers us so much now, we don't even have to be like this. Real shit. Real shit. There's so much at play, man, to keep it, that has us the way we are, man, to make sure that it keeps us not focused on the focus. It's so much, man. It's so much, man. I'm telling you, it's a task just to understand and know where we begin to dismantle this machine that's been, working against us, or that we've been helping. to move along or move us in a direction we don't need to be going in. Real shit. We're feeding the beast, man, or either we're fighting from its plate. We're feeding the beast or we're eating from its plate. You know, there's just some real stuff, man. We got to get to the bottom of this. And solar tribalism said more youth programs, sports competition awards, the youth for winning, give them prizes. Then the us older cats step in and support each other's kids that's into sports, track and field, and stuff like that. Bub. Okay, now where does the funding from this for this come from? All right. Now I'm saying stuff for a reason. I say, I'll speak every now and then about nonprofits. You know, we want to talk about youth programs. We want to talk about facilities. We want to talk about mentors. I mean, for real shit, man. Being put into play, being enacted for these cats all over. Where's it coming from? You know, or will those dollars that go to nonprofits be used exclusively for that? I mean, for real, man, that's a conversation, man. That's a conversation. I like to know, man. Where do we hold these sports competitions? Why haven't any come up yet? I've seen some on YouTube about a month ago. A couple of sets was having a basketball game together. A couple of sets were out our way at a baseball game together. I don't know if that was sponsored per se by nonprofits. What I mean? You might have had nonprofits as part of what they call the grid program in the vicinity there or the area, but this type of thing is just not something you see every weekend. And most of these nonprofits are organized or ran by or established by older heads from some everywhere. Bloods, Crips, Hoovers, you know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm in support of what you're saying. I agree fully. That's, that's a way to start. That's one of the ways to go about this thing, man. Because in that, again, man, see, organized sports gives one direction, give them structure, help them to understand what leadership is about, man, how to be leaders, how to understand to follow structure and rules first, how to follow stuff appropriately, accordingly, and as you grow in this structure, man, you begin to lead. I don't see them programs, That's not to say they don't exist. I just, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. PTSD is real in the hood. You never lied how lead hurts. And you didn't have to go to prison to suffer from PTSD, bro. You ain't never lied. Every day in the streets is PTSD. I said it. These young cats, a lot of them, look, man, for real, a lot of them they're in fear of coming out the front door. Everything that passed by them, they got a duck. They don't know. Going through some shit, man. See, all the stuff you're talking about, solar tribalism, I promise you, we went through that. Swimming program. Man, we used to go swim in Helen Keller Park, Sportsman's Park, man, Manchester Park, Exposition. We've been swimming everywhere, man, in LA growing up, That's not to say there weren't games, but we weren't, interfered with, we weren't, bullied or none of that by gangs. You know what I mean? They respected that stuff. The fact that we were getting these swimming lessons or, after school programs, lunch, all kind of stuff. You didn't see that what you see today when you go to a lot of these parks. You just didn't. But yeah, that's lacking. Yeah, people like, share, subscribe, man. Comment as well to Under the Groove podcast, where we see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil. Get into this get out, man. This is some organic stuff, man. This is called Touching Bases with the People. And look, man, the people are the ones we need to be touching bases with. That includes those who are out in these streets, man. They part of the people, man. We got to figure out a way to get this thing up and running. Let's go. Let's go. Sad shit, man. Yeah, man. The Hoover Street Gym. I can't tell you how many times I've been in there, man. I no lie, man. All of us we used to go in there, man. It's stuff like that we don't have in the community that could help, that could facilitate, a place, provide a place for the youth to be, man, to pick up something, man, to learn something. Again, like I was saying the other day, shit, most libraries no longer exist. Whatever funding would have for them by the federal, because I think a library is funded by the federal government, if I'm correct. I'm not sure, but we were passing up Normandy about a month ago, and Woodcrest Library still existed, and I was shocked because, like I said, I grew up going to that library, checking out books, bring home 3-4 books. Me and all my brothers, we get books galore. We kept a whole lot of them books too. Didn't give them back, But we love to go to the library. We're badass kids, but still, a library was someplace we frequented. You know what I mean? How many of these cats been in the library? How many young dudes, man, 13, 12, 11, 10, go to libraries, go to swim meets, Grew up, man, learned how to play tennis, soccer, all this shit, man. A lot of young brothers don't even get involved in sports no more. And I'm not saying that they should, because I think that's another trick bag. However, in sports, when you in organized sports, again, you learn structure. You learn to communicate. You learn these things, man, that are needed as you grow older, that'll help you get through or get to, this point in life, man, to where you're comfortable in your skin, no matter where you go. Confidence builders, you know what I mean? We lack that type of stuff in the community. Yeah, again, someone said they've taken the funding. They've taken these programs out of our community purposely. We're all to blame. Haled Hurst asks, are the fathers to blame? We're all to blame. We're all to blame. That I don't think that's something we could just put on the backs of fathers. Now, and that includes gang banging and what they picked up from guys like myself or older than them. We're all to blame, man. We're all to blame. I could tell you the truth, man. My mom and my grandmom would come and look for us. Man, got homeboys to tell the story. True story. Would come to wherever shack they thought we was at. Kick in the door with the fofo. One of my grandbabies at, get slapped back. Hey, get out of here. What y'all doing here? We get chased out, the homie be like, hey man, y'all can't come back to the shack. Hey, crazy motherfucker. We helped kick the door in to get this shack up and running. We bought furniture in there too. We up in there. But my point is, you don't see that anymore. With mothers, well, I seen a couple of things. A couple of sisters went and found their kids, man, hanging out and went in on them. But you don't see enough of that anymore. That's what I mean to say, So, yeah, it's not just fathers. It's not just mothers. It's not just the elders, man, uncles, brothers, and sisters, man. It's all of us, man. We all have a responsibility and obligation. Put it like that. An obligation, man, to be involved. This is our family, This is our community. And again, when I say community, I don't mean the houses on that street or that street. I'm talking about the people. Talking about the people, man. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. We all we got, man. We have to look out for each other, man. No one else is going to do this shit, man. No one. They rather see us crash and burn. They rather see us crash and burn, man. James Cass said, best wishes and blessings, Brother Bub. I appreciate you because I hope all is well with you from the mind to the spirit, heart, flesh, and soul. Stay strong. Always on me. That go for everybody in the chat, man. Those who just come into the chat today, man. Those who've been in the chat, man. We have to stay strong, man. Yeah, we go through some stuff, man, no doubt. Again, we can all attest to these struggles, man. I'm just one of many. I know this shit for a fact. We all have struggles, man. We all go through some shit, you know. But we have to be strong enough, man. Keep pushing, man, through this BS, man. We have to find a way to get to the shit, man, that matters. You know, we got to find a way to save, man, our people, man, our community. And I ain't talking about just Hoover. I mean that shit. We in this shit, man. Mind, body, and soul. We in this. We got to be. Nobody else gonna get in this fight for us, man. Give a damn about us. Comedic, man, how you been, man? Good to see you in this get down, man. He said, words are powerful. Watch what you call yourself, loco, crazy, insane, 1, 2, 3, and 4, etc. If you want to name yourself something, black man, pick an African and build your African brain with your black African. Hmm. Hmm. Words are power. Words are power. I was having a conversation with a brother. I had this conversation a few times with people. You know, I don't know if any of you guys can remember that old kid, uh, not a jingle per se, but a little thing that says sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. I've always said that's some bullshit. Names, words hurt. They have the opposite benefit as well. They can uplift, they can heal. You know what I mean? Make you feel good or make you feel bad. They can destroy you or they can build you up. That shit matter. Words are power. Words are power, man. Words are spells, you know? Again, man, we've been so far removed from who we are as a people. Our spirituality, man, has been sucked from our bodies, man, that we don't even connect to the righteous shit anymore. You know? I mean, it's still in us, man, but, you know, man, our neurons have been cut off, man, from other parts of, you know, the synopsis of our body. We don't even connect, man, with the real shit no more. We're not even moved spiritually no more. That's how bad this shit is, man. It's that bad. It's that bad, man. We all know this shit, man. It's in each and every one of us. We know it. We gotta focus, man. You know, we gotta focus. We have to focus on the focus, people. And again, it is great to grow. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And I'm feeling some kind of way, man. Just love yourself, man. You got to get to that point where you love yourself, man. You love yourself. You love the next person, the brother or sister, man, that you see walking up the street, standing in front of a store, man, shooting the shit or whatever the case may be, having a beer. You know, love yourself, man, that you can show that love so you can extend that love to that brother because he may need it more than you know. You know, he may be able to give you the love you don't know you got coming, man, that you might need. Just love each other, man. That's all I got to say, man, because without love of self, love each other, man, we're doomed. You know, we allow this hate to continue to fill us, man, fill our souls and our spirits. We're doomed. And I hate to even think that. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, man. Understand that power is in the people, man. Power is in the people, man. Power is in the people. Focus on the focus, y'all. Be ready to get down with this get down, man. And again, it is great to grow. All peace and blessings, man, to everybody out there, man. You have, you are, and you will be under the groove, man. One love.